asset when you can have many. eToro empowers you to mix up your portfolio.
Or for SoFi, specifically the loan platform business, where we're seeing companies like Fortress, Blue Owl, which may be our next partner, not just an investor inside of the stock. Money is a French asset management company with 2.2 trillion assets under management in 2024. It's the largest asset manager in Europe and one of the top 10 biggest investment managers in the world. It's a massive asset management company. And I said I believe this could be our next loan platform partner. Guys, to make investments like this, up to about 5-6 million shares, they're going to be right around the top 10 investments. So I believe these guys are acting like this. Investor, I believe they're going to potentially be going after some of our assets. So we have massive massive loan platform where we're going to get that high as well, base revenue. So this is a very good thing we got today. All right, guys, and we're going to get to the really making a video today covering the website.
I want to talk about NVIDIA and Tesla during this stream, because we've had most of the Mag 7 report earnings, if not all of them. I haven't been following them that closely, but all of their CapEx spend has been ridiculous. Amazon alone, I believe, announced over $100 billion in AI spend. And where is that going to go for the most part? NVIDIA. Let me see if I can find the official CapEx expected. I mean, this is a ridiculous amount of money. You got Amazon, Google. Google's estimated CapEx is $75 billion, which is up 43% from 2023. What else? Amazon's aiming for around 105 billion, Microsoft 80 billion, Meta between 60 and 65 billion. Ridiculous. People think like NVIDIA is too expensive or NVIDIA's run up too much, but these companies are still drastically increasing their CapEx spend. And all of it's going to, or not all of it, but I mean, most of it's going to NVIDIA. Nobody competes with them. AMD doesn't compete with them. Intel sure as hell doesn't compete with them. So yeah, it's ridiculous. I think we see NVIDIA above 200 for sure, because they're going to be having around the same net income as Apple, which is insane. When you consider Apple's growth and their valuation compared to NVIDIA's growth, it's a joke. I think we see NVIDIA being the largest company in the world this year. And I see that. I see them holding that spot for a while. I mean, until we see somewhat of a cool down in the CapEx spend, maybe even not even a decline, but just a holding steady. I mean, what happens, after they spend all these billions of dollars on the Blackwell chips, and then here comes, the next generation of Blackwell or some new chip that NVIDIA releases that's 10 times faster. And then the upgrade cycle continues. It's like that, like the Apple iPhone upgrade cycle. It's gonna be like that, but with these huge companies for chips. I mean, Oracle, I think, is building around 20 data centers in 2025 right now. And that's just Oracle. Like all these data centers it's like a community pool for NVIDIA GPUs. It's ridiculous. I mean, NVIDIA's valuation isn't even that demanding. Moses Park, what's up, brother? He said, hey, man, I learned about you because I invested in Tempest earlier this year. Thanks for the videos. Have any thoughts on RGTI? Let's look right now. If I recall correctly, I think that's a quantum computing stock. To be honest, dude, I'm not a huge fan of quantum computing stocks. That's just me, though. I mean, you had Jensen go on there and absolutely murder them. He dropped by 50% the next day after he said, they're years and years away. I mean, they're definitely speculative. You're buying them pretty much pre-revenue, pre-profitability, which is, for speculative plays, it's not that crazy. But me personally, I don't dabble with them. also don't follow them that religiously. You know, maybe if I did some more research, I'd be more convinced on the technology. I do think it's definitely going to be a key technology in the future, absolutely. But I'm just not sure about. It's just too speculative for me. I personally would not get into it. I like to see some revenue, some growth. I believe IonQ is the leader in quantum, but I'm not 100% sure. I also hear that Google has their own quantum computing stuff. They're like Google announced Willow, that chip. So if I had to play on quantum computing, it would be Google. But that's just me. He said, I agree. It's way too out there. Yeah, it could work out, man. You know what I mean? It could. But like I said, if I had to play quantum computing, I would choose Google. Don, what's up, man? He said, any thoughts on Affirm? Affirm's another fintech play. I don't follow it too closely. One of the guys I watch, Future Investing, follows it closely. Wow, they had a monster day today. Up almost 70% on the year. I like Affirm, man. I haven't followed it too closely, but I'm aware of of the company and what they do. 23 billion market cap. I don't believe they're profitable yet, but Matthew said those are stocks you short. But no, I'm bullish on Affirm long term. I don't follow it closely enough to to give a price target or a good entry, but they had profitability today. Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I didn't see that makes sense in why the stock's up so much. I don't follow them that closely. But no, Affirm, PayPal, they're all pretty good fintech names to own. I'm just more focused on SoFi. Moses said, "How did you get into investing? Just curious." Gosh, dude, that's a great question. Kind of embarrassed to say though, because basically it was back probably 2020, 2019 maybe. What got me into investing was actually Dogecoin. It was around, I think it was around 4 or 5 cents, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just throw some money in and see if it works out. Maybe I'll double my money. And then I got on the Robinhood platform, started looking at stocks. I was into day trading for a very short period of time, in and out of the markets, kind of playing around, nothing crazy. And then I started this channel, and that's when I started taking investing really seriously. But as embarrassing as that is, yes, Dogecoin is what got me into investing. Now I'm like, dude, I wouldn't even look at Dogecoin's direction. So, I can't pronounce your name, man, but what's up, brother? I remember you were at that stream the other day. How you doing, man? It's going good over here. John said, hey, bro, any updates on the Discord server soon? Yeah, dude, I'm working on it. You know what I mean? I want it to be like complete, and I want it to be exactly how I want it. I want it to be eventful. I don't want it to just be some like little dead group chat. I want there to be like certain days of the week there's events where maybe we all hop on a call, or we cover certain stocks on certain days. I don't know. Wednesdays is earnings predictions, or Fridays is a weekly reflection, or Tuesdays is what we're buying. So I want it to be very interactive. So I'm just figuring out, making different channels within the Discord. So that's basically the status on the Discord. But it's coming. I'm not in a rush, honestly. I really just want to grow this channel, and but I do want to get more personal with you guys. Like I said, I want it to be extremely interactive. I want it to be exciting. I want it to be like you look forward to Wednesdays or Fridays because of what we got going on in there. But yeah. Oscar, what's up? What's up, man? That's awesome. Looking forward to connecting with the community too. Yeah, I think it'd be great, man. All of us like-minded. I get to talk to you guys about what stocks you guys are invested in. Because I know all I make videos on pretty much is just the 3 companies I own: Tempest, Hims, and SoFi. But I want to start making videos on other companies as well. If you want me to cover a company, maybe comment on my recent video or say it here, because I'd be happy to talk about some stocks that you guys own. And that's nothing with the Discord. I get to hear your guys' bull case and y'all's high conviction, and explain it to me, because I'm always ears open. Don said, do you do this full time? No, no, man. This is just a hobby I really enjoy. I wish I did this full time. Maybe one day. I'm currently in well, I'm not currently, but I'm about to begin EMT school, and then I'll be doing fire school after that to become a firefighter. So that's the career path that I'm following right now. Thank you for Tempest 5 weeks ago. Yeah, man, no problem. I mean, that's not me. I was just giving you an updates on what I'm doing. So if you bought in, that's on you. Congratulations to you, man. That's good on you. Tempest, man, love Tempest. Thinking about opening up a long position, or no, thinking about opening up a position in HIMS. I bought Tempest because of Pelosi, and stayed in after watching your videos. Yeah, man, I love HIMS. I still think HIMS is, somewhat attractive. I think, we're not nearly as cheap as we once were, but I think we're approaching fair value, to be honest. But we got the Super Bowl ad, right? And I want to make a video about this, but I know you guys are probably getting tired of the same videos over and over again, but I'll cover just real quick. So you have about 200 million people that are going to be watching the Super Bowl, okay? And HIMS only has 2 million subscribers. So they're showcasing their brand. This small company is showcasing their brand to 100 times their subscriber account. Okay, so let's say out of these 200 million people that are watching the HIMS Super Bowl commercial, just 1% of them join HIMS or go to their website. Then HIMS doubles their subscriber count. That's how big of a deal it is. And I think that's partly of why we've seen such a huge move in the stock. I really wish SoFi would advertise on the Super Bowl, but what can you do? But yeah, just some recommendations: a channel of your buy and sell alerts, everyone else's trades, a few individual stocks, and auto notifications for live streams would be cool. I agree, dude. I need to get with you. I think you messaged me on Instagram. I need to get with you, and maybe we'll work together on setting it up. Maybe me and you can be like a moderator. I can make you a moderator or something, and we'll work it out together because I like your ideas, brother. Out of 3 you own, which one do you doubt the most, if any? Oh, that's a good question. I don't doubt any of them, but what I will say is SoFi, I look at more as a long-term winner. I think, and this is going on right now in my company. Let me in my portfolio. Sorry, let me go to my. I mean, portfolio's done extremely well, but I'm like break even on SoFi. I was at a 16 average. I just sold and immediately bought back in just to lower my average cost. Doesn't change anything. Doesn't change my share count. I have the same share count. I just have a lower average cost. I literally sold 1 second. 1 second later, I bought right back in just to get my average cost lower. So I'm about break even on SoFi right now. But back to your question, I look at SoFi as a long-term winner. The other ones, I believe, will perform extremely well long-term as well, but I saw them moving more aggressively in the short term. I believe that they were significantly more undervalued than SoFi was, so I expected a big bump this year. And in the past month, we've seen insane price action from those two. So SoFi, I think, will do extremely well, but I think, I think we're going to have a stagnant few months, if I'm being honest, but which is good because I want to build up my position. It's only like 13% of my portfolio, which is huge for most portfolios, but for me, I want to get to like 25%. And I think really in the second half of the year in 2026, we're going to see is the SoFi catching up, and it's going to have a monster run. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I left it at Thank you for your service now and in the future. Of course, man. No service, just being honest. I'm just trying to be transparent, man. Sounds good, bud. Hell yeah, man. But yeah, I'm not doing no service. I mean, I on YouTube, I love watching other finance YouTubers and content creators that cover their stocks, but I don't like the lack of transparency and not showing their portfolios and their buys and sells. I want to be honest and show you guys what I'm doing. If I make a mistake, I'll show you guys. If I make a big win, I'm gonna show you guys. So that's how I want to be. But I'll be watching the Super Bowl. I'm super excited to see the HIMS commercial. They already announced or released it on their Twitter, I believe. I recommend you guys go watch it. It has to do with weight loss and obesity. Also hear some theories that Elon Musk is having some Super Bowl ads exposing the government, but don't take my word for that. Could just be speculation, but that's what I've seen on Twitter. So we'll see what happens about that. But what's y'all's biggest holding? What's y'all's biggest holding in y'all's portfolios? Let's talk about that. I want to see what you guys what you guys are betting big on. This is my watch list right here. I had CrowdStrike at a really low price. CrowdStrike's going to be a big winner, I believe. Cybersecurity, man, that's just a huge trend to ride on over the next 5 to 10 years. Amazing company. Man, you got to help me pronounce your name. Yuvraj? QQQ. I remember you telling me, yeah, most of it was in QQQ. And then individual stocks, AMD. I love AMD, man. I didn't like it. You can watch some of my old videos. I made a funny video comparing AMD and NVIDIA, and I was crapping on AMD. I held like an expensive bottle of tequila, and then I was like, this is NVIDIA, you know? And then I had like a super crappy, like $10 bottle of vodka. And I'm like, this is AMD. Like, why would you buy AMD when you have NVIDIA? So I believe that was around, I want to say these levels maybe, or maybe it was even up here. But I was not a fan of AMD up here. I just was. I thought it was too expensive. And when you can buy NVIDIA, why even bother on AMD? So, but now after it's fallen like what, like 50, 60% since all-time highs, I think AMD is extremely attractive here. I think NVIDIA is too. So I think they're both good risk to reward. How good is the moat on Tempest AI's business model? In my opinion, it's impeccable because what gives it the moat is its data. You need to do a little bit of a deeper dive on Tempest and go to their investor relations page where it shows the enormous amounts of data that they have. That's what's going to give it the moat. I think it's around 200 petabytes and it's growing by 20 million gigabytes a month. I'm not sure those exact numbers. Don't quote me on that, but the data is where the moat is. Yuvraj. All right. I got it, brother. I'm not going to mess it up no more. I won't try to. Yuvraj. I'm on autopilot for the Pelosi stuff, but I got about 380 shares of Tim. Wow, nice, dude. That's a big position. So when you say autopilot for the Pelosi stuff, like you have it set up where your account just tracks Nancy Pelosi. Like if she buys or sells, like your portfolio tracks it instantly. Is that what it's doing? Because if so, that's pretty interesting. That's a go-to strategy considering how corrupt Nancy is. Yeah, that's awesome. Thoughts on Elf Beauty at this stage? I seen it had a big drop. I didn't look into why. I don't really follow Elf that closely. I mean, I just look at Elf as just a makeup cosmetic brand. But I know they had a monster run. Yeah, they had a monster run up here. I mean, it was an outstanding performer. I believe Financial Education, that's one of his big holdings. Jeremy, he vouches for the stock a lot, but man, it's taking a beating, absolute beating. I don't know enough about the company to give an official opinion on it, but I mean, if the numbers are still there and it's still growing at an impressive rate, and the valuation is just cheaper, then I think it's a good buy the dip. But like I said, I don't follow the company. I haven't even looked into earnings at all, so I don't know if that's true or if revenues are declining. I have no clue. I really hope this approaches $90. Catching the following night definitely hurts, though. Yeah, dude, it sucks, man, especially when you have such high conviction in a company, but the stock just is relentlessly going down. It sucks. It happens sometimes, but it could pay off big in the long run, especially if you're buying heavy at these low levels. If you have high conviction, man, follow your gut, dude. Follow your gut. I think we'll see a big bounce back. We should. I mean, AMD is growing at an impressive rate, but man, that stock has just been getting. And sometimes the market just beats down certain stocks. You know what I mean? So AMD, unfortunately, is a victim. Moses said Tempest 50%, Tesla 15%, and MasterCard 35%. MasterCard is an elite compounder, man. I like MasterCard. Tesla, dude, I'm salty on Tesla because I used to own Tesla and I sold it. But on the low, don't tell nobody. Don't tell the other 12 people that are watching this. But I really want to own Tesla. I really do. But I just don't feel comfortable buying at these levels at a 1 trillion plus valuation. I mean, their forward PE is ridiculous. But I feel like it's more expensive to not own it than it is to own it. And what I mean by that is the upside is insane with full self-driving Optimus robots. It's really hard to not buy Tesla stock. So if we see a big dip, maybe down below 300, then I'll consider it. I'll probably make some videos. Maybe when I get the Discord going, I'll talk to you guys about it and what y'all think about Tesla. But I just, man, I'm mixed on Tesla, man. I mean, their latest earnings were honestly horrible, but you had Elon hop. It wasn't horrible. The numbers weren't great. Then you had Elon talk on the call about Optimus robots and a $10 trillion revenue generator and full self driving. The stock goes up. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I think it would just be more in a person's interest to evaluate their own buys rather than basing off a politician. Yeah, I agree for sure. You definitely should be doing your own research and shouldn't just blindly follow anyone, whether it's a politician, especially not a YouTuber, especially not me. Definitely do your own research and you have your own convictions, run your own valuation models. And you were so handsome. That's my girlfriend, by the way. Love her to death. Always supporting me. But yeah, do your own valuation models. Invest on your what you believe in. You know what I mean? Don't just follow anyone blindly. And I've done that before. When I first began kind of getting serious in investing, I looked up some certain YouTubers and I bought some of the stocks that they liked, and I ended up losing money on one of them. So sometimes it works out, but just don't blindly follow someone. Do your own research. Trust yourself. Autopilot, yeah, it's an app, connects to my Robinhood, and it's like $80, $90 for a year, but it's already paid for itself. Yeah, I bet, man. I mean, like I said, Nancy's so corrupt, dude. I mean, Nancy, man, I think she's outperformed the SP 500 by an insane margin, but it works, man. Following her works. Can't wait for the Discord. Yeah, I'm excited too, man. I'm really excited. And, you know, I don't want to just open a Discord and then it's like 2 people, 3 people, and it's just a little small group chat. But I would love to get like 10 people in there. We all just talk, get little events going. I would love it, man. I think it would be so cool. Elf gave weak guidance. Okay, that explains the big drop then. Yeah, the market, man, the market does not play about guidance. I mean, look at SoFi, for example, when they gave that soft EPS guidance. So guidance is everything. I'd argue guidance is more important than results. If they miss the results by a little bit, but they give extremely strong guidance, I think the stock's gonna go up. So I want to go crazy on some NVIDIA, but that Chinese AI stuff has me paranoid for another crazy dip. So you're referring to DeepSeek. Well, first of all, I think NVIDIA is attractive here. I think the AI DeepSeek stuff is overblown. And if I'm being honest, I don't really trust China saying that they spent only $6 million to train this model and it's like twice as powerful as our most powerful ChatGPT model. I just don't believe it. I just don't buy that. And they made it with like the older NVIDIA GPUs, only like a little bit of them. Like, come on, dude. Like, I just don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. And honestly, what just crushed the whole DeepSeek thing is all these Mag 7 companies announcing their huge CapEx spend. So, I mean, who cares about DeepSeek if all these companies, NVIDIA's biggest customers, are spending all this money? So, who cares? I would not be scared to buy NVIDIA right now. What do you think about Big Bear AI? I don't follow the company close enough. I saw it's had a crazy run this year, but I don't follow close enough. I know they have like a cash problem, like they're short on cash and they're burning it like at a fast rate. But like I said, I just don't follow it closely enough. Bought Tempest at 35. What's your opinion on buy and bought Tempest at 35? What's your opinion on buy and must buy price range? Okay, so what's like a buy and must buy? Well, I think Tempest is around fair value now, around $65 to $75. Like I said, my price target, I mean, I see this thing going $100 plus this year. So what's more important than like a buy or sell range, in my opinion, I mean, Tempest can go to $100 a share tomorrow. I'm not selling. So I think what's important right now is share count, not share price, just stacking up shares right now. But if I have to give a buy, I'd say under 60, maybe under 55. I mean, the lower the better. That's what I'll say. The lower the better. In my opinion, right now, every dip's a buy. You get it under 60 as a buy. You get under $50, that's a buy. That's how I feel about it. Must buy, I'll say pound the table. Anything under $40, no brainer. I mean, you're talking about like near under IPO price. Yeah, I'm pounding the table buy. But it's already such a big chunk of my portfolio. I mean, I really don't need to buy some right now. The Chinese AI, in my opinion, is just noise. I agree. Yeah, the Chinese I mean, that caused like a 20% sell off in Nvidia, like insane. So, but besides not trusting them, what just completely wipes away that bull crap is these $100 billion, $60 billion, $75 billion coming from these hyperscalers. So there's nothing to worry about. Most of that money is going to Nvidia. Gave good buying opportunities. I agree. SoFi has good fundamentals, but what's going to change the market sentiment on it and create a volume spike? Feel like it could go sideways for a long time. Yeah, I said that towards the beginning of the stream. I see a stagnant few months for SoFi. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a stagnant and boring 3-4 months. Fundamentals are good. What I'm not happy about is the technology platform, the non-existent growth there. So that's very disappointing. But I still think SoFi is undervalued here. I think fair value right now is around $20, $25. I mean, my price tag for 2025 is $25 a share. So, but that's without any technology platform growth. If we see what's good now is that the zero growth on technology platforms already priced into the stock or is getting priced in. That's why the sentiment is so negative. And you have Kyle, the stock goat, I don't know if you guys know his channel, but he covers SoFi all the time. And he came out bearish about the technology platform. And it's frustrating. It's 100% frustrating. But it's getting priced in now, the zero growth. So when we see growth starting to accelerate, then I think the sentiment's going to change around real quick. Not to mention, if we see some options coming to the level 1 options coming to SoFi, among other things, sentiment can change like that. Don't get caught up in sentiment, guys. It's just noise. I mean, sentiment can change so fast. Right now is the time to be loading up shares in SoFi, and that's what I'm doing. I'm backing up my words. That I add money to my brokerage every week, and that's my money's been going to SoFi recently. So DeepSeek is a nothing burger. I agree. I think it was ridiculous seeing Nvidia sell off so much. I was shocked. What do you guys think about Palantir, man? Let's talk about valuations. What do you guys think about Palantir's valuation? I thought AMD was sentiment, but it seems there's more to it. Man, AMD just getting hammered. I feel bad for them AMD share. I think it's a good company, and Lisa Su's a great CEO. And their growth is there. It's not like they're putting up like crappy numbers. Like they're reporting record revenue growth, strong EPS growth, but dude, the stock has just not been going well at all. But I mean, you should be if you're looking to buy more, then you should be happy that way you can stack up shares cheaper. Palantir to the moon, Palantir, oh man, it's going stupid. Yeah, Palantir, dude, Palantir is nuts. I think its valuation. I've never seen a stock valued the way Palantir is. It's ridiculous. It's an amazing company, amazing future. I mean, it is the future. It's an amazing company, but it's just the valuation right now is insane. Do you ever options trade? Why don't you? Just curious, dude. I want to get into options. I really do. And maybe if some of you guys know options, once I get the Discord going and stuff, you can teach me. I don't really want to get into like calls and puts, but like covered calls and cash secured puts, I'd be down to do. But no more options are just too they're just too risky for me, man. I'll just stack up shares. I'm in it for the long term. So, but if I can earn some premiums on my shares while I'm holding them, I'm down. I would love to do that. Dawn says average cost on Palantir is $7. Dude, congrats. What a pick. What a pick. That's incredible. I mean, you're up over 10x, over 15x. Like, that's insane. Great pick, man. I had Palantir at $20 at a very small position, but then I sold out around $50, $55 because, oh man, it's getting too expensive. And now look at it. It's crazy. But like I said, it was such a small position. I didn't even get it built out. So it was kind of irrelevant. Yeah, I need a class on options. Me too, man. Me too. I'm not gonna sit here and know and act like I know what I'm talking about with options. I don't. But I'm certainly I've been doing some research. I've been trying to understand covered calls, cash secured puts. I understand them a little bit, the basics and stuff, but I still need to get a little more confident in what I'm doing. Where are you from? I'm from Florida. East Coast, baby. Southeast. Florida, baby. Tempest AI calls would have hit like butter, bro. I know, dude. I know my buddy Jaden, my good buddy Jaden, actually had Tempest calls. He banked on, I think, over like 300%. I mean, insane. But yeah, man, I just don't like playing options. It's just me. It's just too risky. I'd rather just stack up shares. Nike stock also looks attractive now. Yeah, I actually owned Nike for a short period of time, but right now I'm focused on growth. I had a different approach back then, but I mean, look at this thing, man. It's another stock that's also just been beaten up at $68 a share, but their numbers and growth hasn't been that good. So I'm on the 5-year chart. Imagine buying a stock 5 years ago, and then now you're down 30%. Like, I'd be pissed, dude. Pissed. I'd be pissed. That sucks, man. That sucks. Rest in peace, all Nike shareholders, man. But I do think it's attractive, I guess. It depends on your goals, you know. If you're a growth investor, I wouldn't go out buying Nike stock. But, you know, if you're looking for a good risk rewards play and a little bit of a dividend, yeah, maybe Nike's a good play. But, I mean, I'm not buying it. My first option call was Tempest after watching your video. Man, then you banked good, man. If you did it on my first video about Tempest, then you probably banked really good. January 15th, $45 call. Wow. How much did you make on that, Don? Like percentage wise, like was that like how much did you make? Dallas, Texas here, hurting after Luka trade. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's crazy. That trade's crazy. Can you end up owning money in covered? I think you mean owing money. So covered call. No, so if I'm not mistaken, with covered calls, let's say you make stocks at $10 and you say I'm selling a covered call for $15. Okay. Well, the base case scenario is the stock doesn't go above $15 and it expires and you just keep the premium. But if it does go to $15, then you have to sell 100 shares to do that. If it hits $15, you can miss out on gains. So if I'm not mistaken, that's how covered calls work. Got them in the money, so it was like $2K per contract. Wow, dude. That's awesome. Congrats. What a huge win. What a run. What a win. I'm an early HIMS investor looking at LifeMD now. It's very similar, much more company. Yeah, I've heard about LifeMD. One of the creators that I follow on YouTube actually vouches for LifeMD. It's like a HIMS junior, pretty much. I mean, I'm not going to own HIMS and LifeMD. I'll just own HIMS, the leader. But I mean, it could be a great opportunity. I don't know too much about the company, but I've heard it's super similar to HIMS, like you said. So smart man, great calls on Tim and HIMS. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's paid off decently. I mean, ever since going all in on them, man, betting on yourself pays off. AD makes Mavs better for the short term, in my opinion. You guys watching the Super Bowl this weekend? Who do you guys think's gonna win the Super Bowl? The Luka trade was insane. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. The internet was like losing its mind over that. But yeah, who do y'all think is gonna win the Super Bowl? We only care about long term, like my stocks, LMAO. Covered calls are good when you want to exit a position. Agree. Secured puts are good when you want to buy a position that's not cheap enough. I agree. My problem with cash secured puts, I'm a brokey, as Andrew Tate would say. I don't have the cash in my portfolio just sitting there to buy 100 shares of something. Even SoFi, it's only $15 a share. I mean, what is that? Like $1,400, right? I mean, I don't just have that cash sitting there. What is it? 1489. Oops. 1489 times 100. Yeah, we're talking over $1,000 just sitting in cash. I don't have that just sitting around. So, but yeah, I agree. I think that's the whole gist. How many years do you plan on holding Tempest? Dude, honestly, I have no plans of selling. I mean, any of these companies, I'm being honest, unless the story changes, if Tempest's growth just goes to zero and the story changes, I don't know, man. Years. I mean, years. I have no plans of selling Tempest at all. I'm up 56% on my contract. Nice, dude. Good win. Any interest in becoming a Tesla investor? Absolutely. I just covered that a few minutes ago. I'm very interested in becoming a Tesla investor. I just don't feel comfortable buying at current levels. I mean, the valuation is ridiculous. But, if Elon Musk is right and you take into account Optimus and full self-driving, and let's say we get this trillions of dollars of revenue, which is going to take years, then, Tesla could look like a steal right now. I just don't feel comfortable buying here. I got Chiefs winning, sadly. I agree, brother. I agree. I hope Philadelphia wins, but I think the Chiefs are going to win. Yeah, I feel you. I don't do it either. I started with options and learned the hard way that no derivatives is the best for me. Yeah, dude, I hear about a lot of people getting burned on options. So doesn't really attract me to it. Yeah. But I mean, cash secure puts, like I said, it sounds great, buying a stock cheap, but I just don't have all that cash sitting in my account. Like we're just sitting there. So I'm 100% invested. All you need is 25K to day trade, make option calls and puts. Yeah, I could. It's just I'm just not interested in that. Man. I'm just not it's just too risky for me. I'm not a trader. I've said it in previous videos. I'm not a trader. I'm an investor. That's just what I'm better at, in my opinion. Some people are insanely good at trading, the minute candlesticks, not me. He said, "Oh damn, I missed the Tesla talk. I'm also a brokey, lol." So I want to focus on building 1 to 2 high conviction plays and haven't got Tesla yet. Yeah, man, that's what's paid off for me this past year. That's really what's made the difference is the high conviction plays. But I mean, sometimes your conviction can be wrong. Maybe I end up being wrong about Tempest and HIMS and SoFi. But I think instead of a huge basket of 30 to 50 stocks, you just get a handful of high quality, high growth, high conviction names. That's better, in my opinion. I think that's you're going to see a lot more returns that way. But invest in what you believe in. Don't invest what I believe in. Don't invest in what some other YouTuber believes in or whatever. Do your own research, man. Find out what you believe is the future and what stocks you believe are undervalued. Go in on that, dude. Bet on yourself. That's the advice I would give. Don't listen to me. I'm not going to be like, well, buy my course. And is that way you can see what stocks to buy now? I don't want to be one of those guys. You believe, quantum computing is to be big, even though I highly advise against it, go in on it. If you believe Rocket Lab and space can be the next big thing, which I, once again, advise against, go with it, man. I believe in beer and risk management. Yeah, brother. Hell yeah. America. Give me some damn beer. Beer and risk management. Risk management's everything, man. I mean, valuations is arguably the most important thing. You could have a company like Palantir, amazing company putting up great growth, but its valuation is just ridiculous in my opinion. So I'm not buying. I ain't buying it. I watch from the sidelines, but not buying anytime soon. Do you have any belief in Bitcoin long term? I do. I don't own any crypto. I mean, you can see this little bit of crypto dust that I can't get rid of in my portfolio. I made like a Phantom account and added like $10 into it because I wanted to buy like some meme coin or something, and now I'm stuck with this crypto dust in my account. So it looks like that's going to be in every YouTube video, and every screenshot in the future. So what I do sometimes is I just scroll down. I'm like, okay, cool. So that's very frustrating, but it's whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I believe Bitcoin long term. Like it's a good investment, I guess. I just don't own it. I don't own any crypto because, I don't. They're not. Why do I want to own some internet coin when I can own a company that's growing revenues, double digit, triple digit percent? I believe Bitcoin's worth what everybody thinks it's worth. You know what I mean? If people think it's worth 50,000, it's going to go down 50,000. So I don't know. But this, the Trump administration, I believe, is going to be bullish for crypto. Buying Palantir at these levels is crazy. Need insane conviction. I agree. I need to hear someone's explanation for buying Palantir at these levels. Like, give me your investment thesis and where you see this paying off for you, because I don't know. I mean, you're hoping for a double? Like, if you're hoping for a double, it's going to be worth more than Salesforce, Adobe. I mean, all the huge software companies, it'll be worth more than that for just a double. I don't know. I can't think of a reason to buy Palantir at these levels. Yeah, I seen Michael Saylor videos today, and it makes me want to go on Bitcoin. Yeah, well, of course he wants to of course you want to go in on Bitcoin after watching him. That's like watching me and then want to go into Tempest afterwards. I'm a huge Tempest advocate, so Michael Saylor is a huge Bitcoin advocate, so he's going to sell you on Bitcoin and sell you on MicroStrategy stock, which is basically just a Bitcoin leverage. So you only have 3 stocks, correct? Sounds crazy, right? Not always. If you watch a few older videos of mine, skip back like 10 videos, you'll see I had a pretty somewhat diversified portfolio, but I just went on the 3, my top 3 high conviction names, and that's what I'm going to do. If it doesn't work out, then we'll see. I'm going to show the process. So if it doesn't work out, you guys will see. I'm not hiding anything. I explain my buys and everything. Follow me on X. On X, I usually when I make a trade, I post about it on X. The thesis is really just a story on Carp. I want to sell Palantir every day, but keeps going up. Yeah, I mean, Carp is an amazing CEO. I love him, and yeah, I mean, Palantir is the future, but it's just the valuation. You got me researching Tempest for weeks. LOL. Yeah, man, Tempest is. It was so under the radar. No one wanted to even talk about it, and now it's all over the place. So, amazing company to me. Big Bear AI, good investment. Some guy just asked about this. I don't really know much about the company. I know they had an insane year, but I know they're burning cash like really fast. They don't have much cash left on hand. I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know much about the company. I don't have, you know what I mean? Maybe if you can explain the bull thesis, then I'd love to hear it. Maybe I want to hear your conviction. What do you think? Do you think it's a good investment? Do you think the labor market will collapse? No. I don't like getting into politics, but I think the economy and the overall country is going to do great over the next 4 years. Just my opinion. I mean, if you disagree, That's fine. I don't have anything against that. If you like Donald Trump, or if you like Kamala Harris or Joe Biden, it's whatever. It's cool. Yeah, I think we're going to do great over the next 4 years. When did you get into the stock market? Well, this portfolio is only about a year and a half old, maybe a year. But I got into it a long, long time ago and just did what got me started was crypto. And then I got into like a little bit of day trading stuff. And now I'm really just long-term focused. And I've built this portfolio to the size that it is now. This portfolio started at $7,500, by the way, $7,500. That's at $54,000. And that isn't all gains, obviously. As you see, I'm up 25,000. But a lot of that is from contribution. So let's see. I started with 28,000. So in all my contributions together is 28,000. Now it's at 54,000. So what I did was I started with an initial deposit, initial lump sum, which was 7,500, and then I just added money every week that I could afford to add. Good for you. I like SoFi and HIMS. Hell yeah, man. SoFi and HIMS is it, baby. Ride or die. We're gonna see how it works. You got some good memes on X too. Yeah, I'm starting to be a little more creative with my post. I have a small Tempest position, have cash on the sidelines waiting for it to come down, but if it doesn't happen soon, I'll just add to it at these levels. Yeah, man. Tempest just had an insane run. I feel like a good pullback for the stock would be healthy, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Any dip is welcome. I'm cool with a dip. Even though it's most of my portfolio, I mean, I'm cool with the dip, dude. It's fine with me. I agree with your perspective with how advanced AI is becoming. Don't you think they'll replace certain skill sets? For sure. I think like coders, that career is over. I think AI is going to be the coders, going to write the code. Everything to do with software is going to be replaced. Yuvraj, I'm going to call it a night. Have a good night. All right, brother. Have a good night, man. I appreciate you joining the stream. I know it's late. I honestly need to go into bed soon too. What do you do for work? Right now, I work at a grocery store. And I also own a business, a junk removal business. It's called Buff and Tough Junk Removal. So that's what I do. Work there, give my paycheck, got my business on the side, and I'm just doing this YouTube stuff. I'm not making any money off this. This is something I enjoy doing. So my only incomes is that. But yeah, man. That grocery store money, baby. I ain't afraid to say it. I work at a grocery store full-time also. Every paycheck I invest what I can. Yeah, dude, that's what I do. That's what I do too. So people can laugh all they want, but it pays the bills, man. It is what it is. I'm not embarrassed to say it. Exactly. Think bigger than just CS or SE industry. I think service and distribution, hospitality. Yeah. I mean, wait till you see all the jobs that Amazon replaces with robots. It'd be crazy. So well, can you give me some eggs for cheap? Dude, I wish. I don't get any discounts, man. I bought a dozen eggs the other day, like normal eggs, not even like organic or anything. And it was like $6 for a dozen. I'm like, damn, dude, you're killing me, man. That makes me feel good. I get so much judgment for working there. Haha. Dude, who cares? I mean, everybody has to do what they got to do. You know what I mean? You got a job. You have a job. Nobody can say anything. People's not going to hate on you, dude. Anybody that hates on you for working at a grocery store, dude, like seriously, grow up. F them. I'm not embarrassed. I'm making money. Yeah, man, I wish I can get you some eggs for cheap, but I need some eggs for cheap. I need to get some chickens, dude. But yeah, guys, follow me on X. I'm gonna end this stream. But I appreciate you guys watching. I know it's late, and I know you guys want to get this Discord up and going, so maybe I'll work on that a little bit before bed. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate all you guys. Be safe out there, and I'll make a video soon coming up. Real quick. Make sure you guys, whatever kind of videos you want me to see, or you guys want to see on my channel, go comment on my recent video, and I'll go look at them, and I'll try and make a video related to that. But have a good night, you guys. Stay safe. I appreciate you all.